Greetings, humanoids of the internet. My name is Bob, and this is part 2 of Mission 2 of KSP Missions with Bob. Now, when we last left our triumphant trio, they were sitting on the surface of the moon mining Kethane. And you may wonder why they're up here now with extra rockets attached to the back and a slightly different configuration. The reason for that is that when I left them on the moon, the game did not autosave. And so when I reloaded the game, instead of them being safely on the ground, they had respawned back up in descent mode, descending toward the surface of the Mun. Of course, since I was not aware of this until after the fact, they hit the surface of the Mun and they died. So they have returned from the grave. So since I needed to make some modifications to the vehicle anyway, I just I brought them back from the dead. I launched them up in a new version of the Skyfarer, and we're going to just cut straight to the chase here and try to see if we can pick up this vehicle. Let's see. We're not going to bother trying to go to mine the Kethane or any of that. We're just going to go try to pick this sumbitch up, get this mission under our belts, and move on. Well, this should be good enough right now. You may notice a lander with a little flag next to it on the north pole of the Mun. That's for a future mission. That is not relevant to us yet, but it will be for the next mission. And if you are part of the Journey into Space Facebook group, you know what that's all about, probably. But we're not there yet. We still have to grab this Cold War lander off the surface of the Mun, get it back to Kerbal orbit to complete the mission. Also, something I have discovered is that even the scrawniest airplane landing legs are like at least twice as strong as like normal flat landing legs, ones that don't have wheels on them. So I put on actual airplane landing legs on them because last time when we landed last time, the legs were still looking pretty wobbly, so I just went with airplane landing legs. Okay. We need to get our inclination pointed the right way. How this is going to work, I have no idea. I'm going to play it by ear. Okay, the rubber's going to start meeting the road here very soon. Basically, the idea is I'm going to sort of pull into a hover close to the ground, not like this. In fact, not like this. I've got a red spot sort of laser pointer thing, which should show up here on the ground before long. I do have it turned on, right? Yeah, it's on. Sort of give me a visual clue as far as how close the ground is. Fuel's looking pretty good. want to pull into hover quite yet. Ideally, what I'm thinking is I'm not even going to land. I'm just going to try to work my way over there. Snag some bitch. Move on with my life. Get my life back. Okay, there's the laser spot right there. It's a tiny little thing, so grabbing it's going to be a bit of a challenge. It's time to start braking. Go ahead and turn on the RCS. Okay, change of plans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and attempt to land near here. Need to give myself a little bit more space to kill off the horizontal motion. Okay. Okay. 2. 4. Go up. What the fuck? Okay, well that was bad. That was just plain bad. That was just plain bad. That was just bad. Okay, well here's a little lander. You get a nice little view of the lander as all that shit breaks loose. Yeah, it's a cute little thing. Okay, well that was a bad doer. It's still tearing itself to pieces. Yes. And now it's heading off to orbit. Or back to the ground, perhaps. Well, those nuclear engines are pretty rugged. Okay, bad doer. That was a bad plan. Okay, middle time again. I think part of the secret is to not have any kind of drastic control reactions, because it just the ship simply not nimble enough to do any kind of drastic control maneuvers. So we get very close to the ground. Let's go ahead and throttle up. Kill that. Flip over. Okay, the belly engine's on. Okay, belly engines are not balanced or something. I don't know what the hell that... Okay, belly engines are not working. God, I thought I had that balanced. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, I understand what the problem is. The load was not balanced for having those extra fuel compartments on. So it was actually nose heavy. Thrust issues? Possibly? Possibly thrust issues. Okay. Brakes. Oh. Shit. Brakes, 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 brakes. Brakes. Okay, well, I know I can't land with any kind of cargo there. Somewhat unfortunate. Let me see if anything broke off. Well, that was from the fuel tanks. Fuel tanks, okay. Don't care about fuel tanks. Let's do a quick systems check. The engines are still attached. Are they? Yes. Okay. Suppose you want me to move uphill or anything? Sort of a thought. I don't suppose you'd want to do that, would you? Well, steering on these wheels is not all that. Okay, well, we learned some things, you know. I guess I have not kept strictly to my no pick loads philosophy, but I'm doing a lot of things that I've never done before. With this particular ship, you know, doing this kind of horizontal landing at the moon, I've done it rarely, if ever. I've done it lots of times on Minimus. I've rarely done it on the moon. Well, let's get over this hill. That down. Wasn't really planning on doing a lot of driving, but I guess shit happens. Yeah, they're doing the whole hovering pickup thing, was just not going to work. What I'm going to be doing here might be a little bit even more difficult in some ways. I've got to pick it up. I'm going to be picking it up in an area, a way that is not really in the center of balance or anything. I'm not really picking it up like I was planning to, picking it straight up from top. I'll be picking it up from the side. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Oh. Well, they weren't set to steer anyway. I need to fix that. We're going a little fast for this ungainly beast. Let's go ahead and pull on our solar panels so I can see them readily being ripped off. Well, steering is not really working that well. Let's turn off steering on all these. And we'll just steer with our front wheels, perhaps. Can we do that? Let's do that. Not that much. Okay, can we just use our regular SAS torque? That works after fashion. Okay. Well, this may take a while. I will restart when something's happening. Okay, well, that answered a question I had. The nose tilted up, and and it actually locked with the surface of the moon. I didn't know that was actually possible, but apparently it is. Yep, a little bit ungainly. Alright, get the nose down. Nose down, please. Okay, let's get who we want to get out of here. Just kind of give an inspection. Well, Bob's the mechanic, so we'll go ahead and have him pop out. Hope he can get back in. Blink. I'll have him go check it out. Make sure it's in fit condition for travel. So the general plan is I'll back this thing up here, attach it wherever it cares to attach, use the belly jets to lift back up again. God knows how that's going to work. And then hopefully take off the surface. Well, it looks like it just like it did back in the old Kerbal Cold War. Yes. Let's pop in, take a look around. Except the hatch isn't right there. It's on the other side. The hatch was on the side that I had to put some other stuff in. So okay, well we won't be going in there, but it looks like it's at least rugged enough to be picked up and hauled off. That is to say, if in fact the ship itself is rugged enough to pull us off. I salute you, comrades. Da, 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 da. Okay, whatever. We had our moment of respect for the spacefaring attempts of previous generations. I'll go ahead and get him back in the ship and get it backed up. Okay, here's an interesting fact. It's actually with the ship in a more horizontal position, it's actually possible for Bob Kerman to get back in the spacecraft. It's difficult enough like this, but it's actually down horizontal to the ground. It's actually impossible for him to reboard the spacecraft. So hopefully he'll just be staying inside the spacecraft, or else EVA carefully. Okay. And just tilt it back. Say tilt it back. Or not. We'll work that out. Alright, we're going to attempt to just grab a hold of whatever part of this I can grab a hold of. And then we will attempt to make off with it. Could be challenging. I don't want to do that. No, no, back down, please. Back down, please. Okay. Gently. It's a priceless historical artifact. Of course, nuclear jet blast probably not doing it any good too. Might peel the paint off a little bit. Okay. Break, 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 break. Now here's a question. Do I have it? Apparently I don't have it, for whatever reason. Let me work with this. Okay, I've got it attached, but there are, of course, issues here, which is what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to turn on the belly engines, but of course that'll tilt it up. But then when it tilts up, I will turn on the main engines and try to fly away with it. Whether these landing legs will still be here, they don't even move. Okay, whatever. Whether these landing legs will still be here after all is said and done is not unknown. But let's see. Turn off those engines. Turn on these engines. Oh, why those are reading as having less fuel, but whatever. Oh, wrong engines for one thing. There we go. Those are my backup landing engines. They don't need to. I don't know. We're worried about whether they have a lot of fuel in them. They don't need them, I don't think. So this is the plan. I turn on the belly engines. That'll cause this whole thing to tilt up. Then I turn on the main engines and throttle up. Turn on the main engines, turn off the belly engines, and throttle up. Whether all these landing legs will survive all that, I don't know. Also, as you probably could tell, I'm the no quick loads rule is going by the wayside. We're just doing a whole lot of things that are different, exploring new ground and what we can do in KSP, and not quick loading is just not realistic. But what I will do is, if they fail to achieve a mission, what I'll do is I'll have them downgrade to a cheaper, cheesier ship temporarily until they can complete a mission. But let's see how this mission goes. Okay. It's going to require a little fancy footwork here. Oh, what's going on there? Why is it nose heavy now? Press yes on. What the fuck? Why would it be nose heavy? Oh, 'cause of fuck. I didn't turn on the turn off the engine on the lander. Well, shit. This would be an example of reasons why I probably need to have a quick save capacity. Down engine. We'll raise legs in the hopes of saving them from damage. Or not. Alright, and this engine is off. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Belly engines are on. Getting ready to do a little pirouette here. Well, hopefully not a pirouette, a little bit of a dance here. RCS, goddammit. Okay. Come on, SAS. I don't know why it's keeping wanting to go down nose down. Beats the fuck out of me. RCS is just useless. The behavior of this thing is a little strange. I expected it to be tail heavy, not nose heavy. Okay, well, I need to stop that. Yes. Okay. Okay, well, let's see if we can work something out with this. Okay, flying with this thing attached requires a great deal of active intervention. It is doable, but definitely you can't rely on the SAS to keep you on course. That's not going to happen. Even now, just floating around, it's kind of wonky. You see, it's all bobbling around and shit. What the hell? What happened there? Are you shitting me? What the fuck? What happened? Oh man. Okay. Yes, I guess we have to start that over again. Okay, towing stuff off the surface of the moon, or at least off the surface of the moon. Maybe this would be easier, unless that thing has a docking port on it, perhaps. And if that docking port is correctly directed, it's just probably not going to be something we're going to want to do a lot because it's just everything's so freaking wonky. But be that as it may. This thing has no RCS, right? No RCS. Okay. Be that as it may, we're going to attempt to complete this mission. If we fail this mission, this will be a situation where we wouldn't go back to the to a junkier ship because I've already got the ship for the next the equipment for the next next mission up, and it may not work with my junky ship, which I haven't even built yet. So in this case, even if we have a mission failure, we're not going to apply the rule of we have to go to a junkier ship because one, mission failure may be more to do with the weird physics of this thing and weird KSP physics in general than anything that I'm doing, and two, I've already got the equipment up for the next episode. So. Yes. Okay, make sure this thing is turned off. Yes, shut down engine, please. Thank you. that was a lot smoother. Whether the thing will still blow up in orbit or not, I don't know. Let's see if we can shift it around south a little bit. Okay, it's manageable after a fashion. I don't know if I can even dare time compress this sumbitch. If I could turn it around and grab it by the head, but this thing has no RCS in it. So I might be chasing this thing around halfway across the solar system. Okay, we'll see what we can do. My feeling of hopefulness is not great that this thing is not going to do the same thing to me again and cause my ship to blow up. maybe it's booby trap. Maybe the Soviets booby trap this thing so no one will ever be able to reclaim it. But we shall see what we can do. Okay, I've turned off the reaction wheel here and here. There is also one more reaction wheel here. Turn that off. Maybe that will keep it from blowing itself up. Could be. You never know. Okay, I time compressed and once again the thing blew up. So turning off the reaction wheels didn't seem to actually do much. I have no idea what happened to poor Bob. He's just gone. Poor Bob always gets the worst of it. Yeah, so... Okay, I'm going to call this a fail due to KSP engine issues beyond my control. Let's go ahead and release it. Go drift in space, little buddy. Because, yeah, that's a KSP engine issue beyond my control. I was tempted to think about having Bob Kerman hang on to the ladder to try to fly this thing back to Kerbal orbit, but nah, we're not doing that. I was sort of tempted to do that, but we're not going to do that. It's possible that I might try to. Nah, it's not possible. I was thinking maybe I could bring some sort of separate spacecraft with a different means of capturing that thing. But no, essentially it's not happening. Oh well. Well, I mean, we've got to learn what things will and won't work, and that obviously won't work, seeing as how trying to time compress while carrying it was caused the total destruction of the spacecraft. It's kind of an issue. So we're just going to move on to the next mission. We are learning new things about what does and doesn't work. So you go ahead and pop out the solar panel so I don't run out of electricity. So I have a fairly special mission in mind for you to next time. Well, that's all for right now. And until next time, hasta la vista. Adios! Okay, this is interesting. I had detached from the other spacecraft, time compressed, and it blew up anyway. Okay, interesting. Yes, could be interesting. Why that happens, I have no idea.